Hello, hello. I think that was some poor timing on my computer's part to turn off right when I joined a game. But my computer, I guess, was a little taxed today and needed a break. So we are in the lobby and we should be good to go. Sorry about that. Test. Okay, so my mic is working. Game audio is there. Oh. We are good to go. Ferox, Super Shocky Knighting. Look how fun. So we are going to be looking into Hyper Maniac Mod. I recently added difficulty, as if Maniac Mod wasn't difficult enough. Kind of meant for the best of the best players, but we have a crop of great players right here live on stream. And one thing about the Hyper Maniac Mod is it creates a pretty high level difficulty on all areas. Area 1 still being the easier of the bunch. But if you are looking for like a more difficult Area 1 that you don't get from Maniac Mod or from or just from standard connected, and you like enjoy the blitz, the boss attacks and such, definitely give Hyper Area 1 a go, or Hyper Area 2, 3. 4 and 5 are pretty difficult. Not for the faint of heart. It is back. Hello, KJF. And hopefully it stays back. What I can do to prevent that from happening again. Yes, Hyper Maniac Mod, something I kind of helped with the balancing to some degree. So happy to answer any questions pertaining to Hyper Maniac Mod. Jeremy Challenger, welcome in from YouTube. Hyper would be the hard mode, while regular is like medium. Yes, so if you go into connected mode in either a local or friend match, you can actually alter the settings. And actually, Area 3 throwing these players with that was a quick a kill, actually. I'm quite surprised. Okay, apparently it's a warm-up. Restart the stream. I think we need to delete this VOD because Super Shocky, for one, is our TECWC champion. We cannot be having losses on our channel from our champion. Gemini can be a bit tough, though. You get a crazy string of attacks from the boss. Yeah, No Spin is Virgo, which is the final boss in the Area 3 sequence. But yes, Hyper Maniac Mod went live this week, so if you're looking for an extremely difficult way to play these areas, definitely give it a go. And you can play with AI if you want to test your personal limits, or find a friend in our Discord. I'm sure players would be happy to play some connected with you. KJF says, they beat up to Hyper Area 2 with bots, but after that I just want to die, or I just die within a minute. Okay. Per last year's dev talk, was Hyper playtested to be genuinely completable? Within the playtest, we got to a point. Okay, so that question I think is mostly pertaining to Area 5, right? And even Area 4, you could argue. But Area 4 was completed. Yeah, I suppose we got to a point where it's kind of hard to explain, but that we were confident, not necessarily confident, but we knew that players, given enough time, could possibly complete it. But we went into hyper mode with the intent of it being very, very difficult to complete. So is it genuinely completable? I would argue yes, but it would take a lot of luck or some very high-skilled players. Kind of the Kaizo mode of Tetris, I suppose. I once got to Hyper Area 5 Phase 2. Phase 2, Area 5 it's kind of crazy. The idea was just to spam low-power attacks. The point where... Oh, not that you're... I guess, in a way, you can be stun-locked, but... there's not many other opportunities to be receiving that many attacks. But yeah, happy to elaborate further on that question, Bido. Third time's the charm. So our quote-unquote pro players here are struggling with Area 3 Hyper Mod. And in their defense, I think Gemini is probably the harder boss of the three when it comes to Hyper Mod. What parameters were adjusted? So that's a good question. It was a little tricky because some parameters were a little more difficult to adjust at this stage in our development with Tetris Effect Connected. It is a 5-year-old game, so of course Connected, possibly you could argue, is 3 years old. But so yeah, what is different? So one thing is we weren't able to properly adjust the speed at which the AI moves, right? It just didn't seem realistic given the situation. So this is actually as fast as the Area 3 computer moves in actual Area 3. This is the speed that the boss moves in just vanilla connected mode. So to circumvent that, the boss attack power, or the zone charge meter, is greatly increased. Their defense power is actually decreased because their attack power is stronger. Kind of weird how that works out. But that's just so that the boss doesn't negate full attacks when the players do make it to zone. And at this rate, these players may want to give another area a go here. I assume they are determined to complete Area 3 at this point. And yes, also the player zone charge rate was increased, so it takes longer for players to get into the zone. So with this in mind, the Maniac mode made the charge stronger, so even a single or double can charge it. Yes, exactly. So because the computer, especially in Area 1 and 2, they almost charge the bar instantly because the AI speed is so slow in those areas. Yeah, so Area 3, for example, like we're seeing, gets a lot of charge from singles and doubles. Okay, so these players are struggling to get to a zone even against Gemini. And these are competent players, so it just goes to show the difficulty spike that you have in a Hyper Mod. But it looks like they got it together here. Third time is the charm. But yes, especially when we get to Area 5, there's also balancing with attack power in mind. For example, a boss will have attacks that... Gemini is actually a poor example of this, because Gemini's twin attack is pretty much always as strong, no matter what. But attacks like from Pisces, for example, the first boss in Connected, the fish boss, can be stronger or weaker depending on the attack power of the boss. So you'll have the same attack that could hit a little harder than usual. So that balanced with the speed of which the boss can send an attack will create for a higher difficulty. Player Ferox asking for us to delete the VOD once more. This is immortalized. Jeremy from YouTube saying, I would struggle against that too. The blitzes will be very likely strong. What if all areas are like Area 5? All areas are strong, but Area 5 is definitely going to be the hardest for anyone to clear. I would be very surprised if it happens sooner than later. Ana Banashi. Do I have to beat Cosmic Core again for this, or is there something I'm missing? No, so yeah, if you go into either local or friend match for Connected, and go into the match options, there will be a Maniac Mod option where you can select off, on, or hyper. And if you haven't played Maniac, I would consider playing Maniac first, because hyper is meant to be absurdly difficult versions of these areas. There is no ranked play of Hyper Mod, no. That's an interesting, well, a lot of people would lose to that. But yes, you can play it any time in custom game settings. It'd be legendary if someone completes Area 5 Hyper. I feel like it will happen at some point, but it will take some time, in my opinion. I'm sure a team of tier 10s will reasonably be able to do it. Yeah, possibly. For Maniac Mod, yes. I think players have kind of figured out the standard Maniac Mod Area 5, which is still very difficult. But for Hyper Mod, like, these are some very knowledgeable, connected, and just general Tetris players that we have on our screen. And they're having a tough time with Area 3, even. They will showcase Area 5 here in a bit. But Area 5 is meant to be quite difficult. And by quite difficult, I mean for the Tetris gods. My faith-connected zone theme is Area... Yes, I am also an Area 2 connoisseur. Or when it comes to the music. Yeah, as far as I know, we've only had one clear of Area 4 Hyper Mod. And we have not had any clear... We've had somebody make it to Phase 3 of Hyper Maniac Mod. Those players did not make it too far within that. Area 2 music is a banger, but Area 5 is intensively good. Yeah, it gets you hyped up, right? That's kind of why I like Area 2 as well. Alright, so we have all three players in a zone here, and they are still against Gemini. They need a pretty strong attack here, but it looks like they're finally getting in the rhythm. Able to survive against Gemini with a pretty... I think they started pretty low here, right? So this should be a strong zone attack here from Team Super Ferox Knighting. I don't know, a clever mix of their three names. Hyper Maniac... yeah, Hyper Maniac 5 solo win. I don't know if ever. If that happens, I feel like it'll be... The computer messes up sometimes, right? It can get stuck on like a T-spin solve or something like that. Whoa! Enhance! This is Enhance. I am the company's. I'm a AI voice that represents Enhance experience. CPU seems to be trying harder the later area you go, from what I've noticed. They will be faster, yes. But yeah, we were talking about how hype Area 2 and Area 5 music is, but I also do like the chill factor of Area 3 that we're playing through. Gotta take a break sometimes. Although this is arguably taking a break right now, as the players are struggling to beat Gemini. Actually, I'm a big fan of the game to the point where I made a piano arrangement of the credits. Posted it on Discord, but no one seemed to notice. We have many Discord channels, but I will make a note to check that. Where do you post it? In the art channel? Art and music? Hydelic, okay. I'll check out the Hydelic channel. What do you do on the team? Just America's PR or something else? So the Enhance team in general is pretty small. So we all help each other out in multiple ways. With publishing duties. And there goes Gemini. The team managed to do it first try. Definitely wasn't a struggle. These are the Tetris gods, right? No one ever saw them lose. So personally, I've only been with Enhance for a year, and it's been a great year. Great team. They all definitely love and appreciate what they're working on. My role personally is community developer. I kind of came in starting off like working on Tetris tournaments, but my duties quickly turned into multiple things. You know, this is a great day. My school has ended and I can actually talk to the company, yes. Ooh, Knighting dropping a heart emote mid boss attack. Showing confidence and love simultaneously. Uh-oh. So Ferox looking like they are going to have to clutch it out for their team here. So Ares is the invert boss. It will invert the player's board, as you can see there. Invert by like turning where blocks are currently into emptiness and where there are not blocks into blocks up to a certain point on their board. Did you commentate the Winter 2021 Zone Battle Tournament? Possibly. Oh, like the CTWC one? I believe I did. Yes. I guess I actually have to beat Maniac Mod first. The only option for you is Maniac. You should have access if you go over one more. So it's actually it can be confusing in that regard, but the Maniac Mod option, just go right one more time after on. It's just a little hidden. We will probably put out a tip to find that, but so for Maniac Mod, there's the option of off, on, and hyper. So just keep scrolling to the right. I find it really cool that Kate Brady's concerts are 45 minutes away from me, more or less. That's interesting. So Kate Brady, for the uninitiated, is the voice of the "It's All Connected" song. I could give you guys a test run. I don't know if you want that or not. I've never been. I'd like to go. I wonder if they actually sing "It's All Connected." I got access to Hyper and topped out within 75 seconds. You know, that's over a minute. Well done, well done. So Area 3 can take a while because of the nature of Area 3 attacks, especially post-Gemini. Well, okay, especially Virgo, which is the third boss of the Area 3 lineup, causes players not to be able to spin their pieces. So there's a lot of waiting that will go on from that boss attack. May I also ask, what are these song samples? That would be a good question for Hydelic. I don't want to speak for them. If you drop a question in Discord similar to that, maybe we could try to figure that out for you. Although I don't know if we would get a proper answer. Yes, Hyper Maniac Mod is definitely a survival game. Even the best players are going to just constantly be downstacking for the most part. Can't build for Tetrises too often. Oh! Oh, if Super Shocky doesn't top out here... Very nice. Very nice stall from Super Shocky. That was close. See if these players can hit a 20. I think all these players are IRS competent. IRS being a setting in Tetris Effect where you can pre-rotate the piece. So as you see, like, when a piece spawns in for these players, especially at the top of the board, it likely will be already rotated because they are holding the rotate key. Ooh, big invert attack there. Bump up invert can be brutal at times. Ferox had a S-spin double. Very nice. Yeah, I think a lot of these players, especially on invert, yeah, as we see Ferox utilizing a lot of spins there. There's another S-spin double. Very important for downstacking to have good knowledge of like spins that don't necessarily reward points like T-spins. Every piece in Tetris Effect Connected can there are like tricky spins involved or different solutions. Something so the all clear mode in effect modes can maybe help you learn some of those spins. So I feel like S spins are necessary to be the most efficient as possible in the all clear mode. That coupled with community resources, and you'll be a all-spin master in no time. I'm liking this run so far. If they survive and get a strong attack here, they could move on to Virgo and possibly complete Area 3 Hyper Maniac. Yes, 4.lol is a great resource. We also have some community resources on our website at tetriseffect.game. So this should be a pretty strong attack. Not sure if it'll get the kill here. Oh, there it is. Final boss, Virgo, and this one can take a while because Virgo is no spin is their signature attack. So there's going to be situations where players may opt to not stack, depending on the situation. Jeremy from YouTube chat. Speaking of all clear mode, I got 28 in that mode. Pretty good to me, but it got difficult after 20. Yeah, because I guess you could say post 20, but later on, the farther you get into all clear mode, the more knowledge you're going to need to efficiently progress and clear the puzzles that are given to you. Definitely recommend. It's satisfying to kind of pick up new skills though, and put in the time for research. You learn those spins, and that knowledge will also help you out in versus, for example. How would the player boss side of Hyper work? That's a good point. I guess the closest you could get to this is by playing Connected Versus and buffing a player or something like that. I don't think there would be an equivalent necessarily because Connected is balanced in a certain way. I don't know if you could actually mimic that balance with a player. That's a good thought, though. But very fast players anyways do not need the buff that this AI needs right now. I would rather play Hyper Maniac 5 than some of our bosses in the community. I think I have a better chance of beating Hyper Maniac 3. Doremi comes to mind as being really strong at Area 3 bosses. I think I have a better chance of beating Hyper Maniac 3 than I do Doremi. Welcome in Snow from YouTube chat. It gets progressively harder to score higher because of the time decay. You know who beat Hyper Maniac 4? I want to say it was Kelvin, Sayonara, and was it Ferox or Espeon? Somebody in chat could correct me. I might be way off. Oh, okay. I got Kelvin and Ferox mixed up. And Ferox, you should be. Oh, maybe he was stalled from no spin. Yeah. Yes, we are live on YouTube and Twitch currently. Most of the chat is in Twitch if you YouTubers want to see what chatters are up to. Good old Twitch chat. But yes, this VOD will be available on YouTube and Twitch following the broadcast. Yeah, they're doing pretty good against Virgo so far. In my personal opinion, of course, who knows what kind of sequence Virgo will come up with, but I think Gemini is probably the harder Area 3 Hyper Maniac boss. You can get some brutal sequences with the twin pieces. Vito was bringing up balance earlier. Actually, balancing Virgo was kind of tricky, because Virgo could be either way too strong if you give him too much power, and frustrating to play against. So I think where Virgo is at right now for Hyper Maniac is pretty good. So this is Maniac but harder, basically. Yes, it's meant for the best of the best, not for the faint of heart. If you are a more casual or newer player, definitely work through it. I would progress through the difficulties. Play through Standard Connected, then if you want to challenge from there, play through Maniac. And then if you are crazy and spend a lot of time with this game and want even a greater challenge, check out Hyper Maniac, which was just added this week. How do the devs feel about coding wallless S and Z spin triples? That is a great question. I would guess no at this point. Yeah, I don't know if I could even answer that question. Be more of a balanced question for Tatajima-san. Boss missed a PC. Also, these players are... Maybe I spoke too soon. Virgo might get a kill here. This no spin is actually kind of intimidating when you're at the very top of your board. As you can see, Ferox just stalling by moving left and right here. Okay. Ideally, they want to get knighting to... Oh, that was another thing that was factored into balance. You can we actually were able to adjust the amount of claps needed. So for Area 5, for example, because we wanted it to be extremely difficult, we almost made the amount of claps needed twice as much. But even these earlier areas got a slight buff, or you need some more claps to revive teammate. Cycling is a bit harder to do, or players call it death cycling in Connected, so you can pretty much always have somebody alive. And even that strategy for Hyper Maniac 5 would be an easier way to clear it, but we wanted to ensure that was not the case, because we are slightly sadistic and want a very difficult mode. Okay, Virgo near the top here. This might be in territory where Virgo can top themselves out, but it looks like they'll be able to clear a few lines. They switch to defense. With the boss being this high on the board, players can opt to be more aggressive, as we see Knighting go for a DT cannon, of all things. Virgo has no T-spin weight. Yeah, I believe Scorpio and Leo. What other boss has T-spin weight? Is it Gemini? That's also something that had to be considered during the balancing of Hyper Maniac Mod. You had to lower the defenses quite a bit for those bosses, or else they would be able to circumvent the attacks from the team pretty easily. So something I'm looking forward to later in the stream is our new classic score attack custom settings that probably no one expected. It turned out to not be too difficult of an implementation, so why not? T-spins now give, or it's an option where T-spins will give score in classic score attack, which I think should be a lot of fun to watch, especially with competent players in classic and modern Tetris. For example, we were going to have Kirby versus Super Shocky in classic score attack, and both are very comfortable with T-spins, and very good at classics, so that should be kind of fun to watch. Both are TECWC champions as well. Why not do CSA with T-spins, all clears, and 7-bag? I forgot about the 7-bag. We could do that. Oh my goodness. That's a great idea. Yeah, if you do 7-bag, you can actually maybe take advantage of the all clears, right? Yeah, if anything, you could, like, probably comfortably... You know what? Okay, maybe we should do an ST or a 7-bag game. Because we could see... If we have Super Shocky in the mix, they might be able to properly ST stack in Classic and get a bonus from it. Which would be pretty fun to watch. And that's actually much easier said than done, because it still is One Piece preview. Alright. First try, guys. Definitely didn't make any mistakes. Definitely didn't spend our first hour of the stream on Area 3. Contrary to the 30-minute prediction. Very nice. Deathless, yes. Gods of the game. Clearing Hyper Maniac Mod 3. And they're gonna give 4 a go. 4 is actually one of my favorites. It's not as outlandishly difficult as Area 5, but still, I love trying to play against Leo on Hyper Maniac. Because Leo is, for high-level players that are comfortable playing with invisible pieces, Leo is always considered easier. But with the power of Hyper Maniac Mod, it gets pretty tricky. Speaking of rotation systems, did you guys get the chance to play TGM2 port dropped on Switch and PlayStation 4 this week? I haven't had the chance to download it, but I will be spending some time on that. TGM being Tetris the Grand Master, the old arcade game. Which is also not what my name stands for. Your name reminded me of it, though. And also seeing ASC. Broken My Beloved. Is that true? Do you have a... Do you love Broken? I have played very many Tetris versions. I am a Tetris boomer. So I am not comfortable in playing with ASC, but I'm familiar with ASC. Alright, Ferox, gonna have to clutch it out for your team here. They could possibly revive Knighting. Might be a risk. I don't know if it's me, but the difficulty seems increased. It is not just you. This is Hyper Maniac Mod, a new option available in custom game settings for connected mode. If you go to Maniac Mod, under the match options, hit right, it'll say Maniac Mod is on. You hit right one more time, it'll say Maniac Mod Hyper Mode. Yes, we have the patch notes on the Enhanced Discord as well as our Twitter. You know, there was another... for those of you that play Zone Battle, we added a new stat as well to the multiplayer stats. Highest zone line sent, so you can keep track of your biggest zone attacks, which I thought was a nice addition as well. If any of you want to try to get the get an 80+ zone, or if you are extremely skilled, that 100+ zone to flex in your multiplayer stats, now's the time. That was before my time, getting Kate Brady involved. That would be a great question for some of our other devs. Or a Mark McDonald question, possibly. Capricorn. Look at this stack from Capricorn currently. They had like a 6 wide going on for a while. All right. Hopefully these players can get a strong attack in against Capricorn. See that 20. All right. Looks like they have the 19, not the 20. Pretty strong attack though. Right away into that broken plus bump up. Yeah, broken can be brutal. Players, as you can see here, it can kind of stall you. But even if you are being stalled, you should still look, like Ferox is doing a good job of this, like see if there are places you can use these broken pieces and you can still advance and create a healthy stack. Although it did kind of raise the height of Ferox's board, so Ferox looking more likely to top out first. How do you balance games? Through playtesting? Yes. Playtesting. Primarily. I'm new to this. Is Capricorn an AI or a really good player that's 1v3? Welcome in DJ Tiger from our humanity community. Also a skilled stage creator at that. Yes, so this is from a recent Tetris Effect connected patch. where the AI is quite difficult. So we have some very skilled players here, but it's called Hyper Maniac Mod. We already had a difficult setting called Maniac Mod, but given the community is getting better and better by day, we decided why not make something atrociously difficult. Is that even a word? Atrociously. Quite difficult. Extremely difficult. Alright, they're gonna give Capricorn another try here. We may need to give Area 5. I hope they can show off Leo, though. So I'm rooting for the Area 4 clear through here. Yeah, these pieces. Yeah, so this boss in particular, so we're playing against Capricorn, will create broken pieces, or, as you can see here, kind of like Trimino pieces, which can be frustrating to stack with and get power from. Uplay says, I was happy I got through the normal areas at one point. Can't believe that I would ever be able to beat this. You know what? I play a ton of Tetris, and I don't think I'd be able to beat Area 5. I'm gonna give it a go at some point. But I did help playtest it, and I do think it's in a place that it can possibly be beatable, but that's kind of where you want it to be. We wanted to make an area that was like extremely difficult, right? That we could possibly, like, even in the future we might tie some kind of like bounty to it depending on how this plays out, but or some kind of challenge involving hyper mode areas. Hyper mod. That's me. But yes, this is difficult for the highest skilled Tetris players. I kind of agree, Espeon. I do think it will happen, but it's designed in a way that it's going to take a while, and I think I'm excited for the day. I think players will get better because of it, and possibly find ways to maybe cheese it. It looks like Ferox may be typing. Yeah, the difficulty of Phase 3 just being that you need to survive for so long. Here comes Area 5. By the way, is there a way to zoom in more? It appears that the game is locked to a 16:9 safe zone. That means I can't play Tetris vertically. Yes, you can zoom in. So I do it here. Zoom in further. As for playing vertically, that could be tricky. We have a option on the Nintendo Switch called Tate mode. Play vertically. Especially for single player. Multiplayer can be a little harder. to see still, but or it's just, I think it might just be called vertical mode. The Tate mode is what it was inspired from. That's a good question, though. There might be a way just within your PC to project it in a way that it plays out on a vertical screen. Okay. Working through Capricorn here. Ferox is once again AFK. Ferox, your team needs you. Uh-oh. Not me, is it? I don't think it's me. There, okay, there they go. This is super dope. I never thought I'd see co-op Tetris. Yeah, definitely give it a go. Like, I love Tetris, so I'm very biased, but if you at all enjoy Tetris, I think Tetris Effect Connected includes so many ways to play the game. Has a great single-player mode, the like journey campaign, the effect modes. A game you always learn from too, and can always get better at, no matter how good you are. Ooh, Capricorn fighting back here. There's only halfway through, and like Ferox and Super Shocky have a bit to work through here. I think I remember seeing VR gameplay of this. If it's on the Quest 2, I'd give it. It is on the Quest 2. I played it on the Quest 2 a fair amount. Mostly for testing reasons, but yeah, I actually enjoy playing it on Quest 2. It's also available on PSVR 2 and 1, but Quest 2, depending on your accessibility or if you already have the hardware, give it a go. Yeah, the game had VR from the get-go, right? It was an early PSVR game. I do like to play it in VR if I'm just trying to chill out. I like to play a lot of Versus. If I play Versus, I usually play on my computer, but for single player, I do like to play VR. And we do have some pretty active members in our community that are surprisingly good on VR. I suppose you can hook up different controllers. I usually play with the native Oculus Quest 2 controllers, but ooh, that was a strong attack. Very nice zone from our dream team here. On to the next one. Aquarius. Known for the squeeze attack, so you can only stack within two to the right or the left of the striped lines that appear. It creates a wall. I do think Aquarius is pretty tricky here on Area 4. Especially since they start out with such strong attacks. Welcome in Double Bubble Trouble. Who, speaking of, I believe plays on Oculus Quest as well. We were just discussing playing on Oculus Quest. What's with the enhanced Discord and horses? That's a good question. Just, we just like horses. Nothing wrong with that. I myself use a horse avatar. Also, there was kind of a moment on Discord history when myself, Ferox, and Gila were in the same lobby, and we just happened to have the horse avatars. So it was kind of a funny moment because the horse avatar is fairly rare because you need to win 100. Is it just 100 games in score attack? Which players don't often do. But yes, if you want to join the Club Horse, definitely go nab 100 wins in score attack. Join the club. Also, this might just be me, personally speaking. The horse avatar just seems goofy to me. In a good way. I like, you know, you have like some quote-unquote try-hard avatars, you could say, like the Grandmaster avatar, and then, you know, a sword, or some like powerful, competitive style avatar, and then you have the horse, which just kind of sitting there, trotting, standing in place. Kind of like... it's kind of funny to me. I need to learn ST stacking. Every time I play score attack, I either get stalled out to level 28 or get ST stacked to death. Yes, as someone that used to be in your position, like, I can somewhat... I've always been familiar with ST stacking. I was never that great at it, but... once you get good at it, score attack actually is pretty fun, and, like, learning to improvise how to maintain your ST stack is pretty fun. It can be, a little... not... I guess it can be intimidating to watch, or more boring to watch than to play, but I think ST stacking in versus can be fun. For TECWC, we introduced level 10 starts at high level, which kind of allows for more flexibility in the competitive sense. But that is tournament play, not ranked play, though. Yeah, personally, I like to watch score attack. It's ST stacking is nice to watch. Although I can understand why some people might like to watch Zone Battle or Classic more than Score Attack, because it can be a little more repetitive in playstyle. I get that, but I do like to watch it. DJ Tiger is going to head out and grab something to eat. Hopefully I can catch that humanity thing in Discord. Oh yeah, definitely hang out in our Discord hangout following the stream. We're going to be playing through some humanity user stages as a group if anyone else wants to join. Aquarius is funky with stacking. Team doing a pretty good job with the Aquarius blitzes so far. About to have another strong zone. They could probably get the kill here. And then we're gonna see one of my favorite Hyper mod bosses, Leo. So the Leo attacks very frequently, so that your board is typically in a invisible state, which can be fun to watch. So I'm actually excited if they make it to Leo here. All right, very nice. Could be our next, could have another Area 4 clear here on stream. As far as I know, there's only been 1 or 2 Hyper Maniac Mod Area 4 clears so far, so let's see what they can do. Boss kind of starting slow here with the attacks. They're getting a little too greedy. Yeah, Leo will go for T-spins, so gonna get votes from that. Here we go, some Team Invisible play. Question. One time with the squeeze blitz mechanic, I tried to do a walled T-spin mini on the squeeze wall. The kick worked, but the sound didn't play. You think that should count as a T-spin mini? That's a good question. I guess I personally haven't thought that through too much. That'd be a cool thing to introduce. I wonder if it's just because of how it's coded currently, but something to think about. Welcome in, Tristan. At this rate, we will see Hyper Area 5 die and go straight into the CSA showcase. You and me are thinking, you're speaking my language. I am pretty excited for some CSA matches to close out the stream. Aiken, welcome in. Leo getting kind of lucky with blitzes? Or is Leo just a strategic mastermind that is carefully choosing? AI is getting too strong. Carefully choosing their attacks. Oh yes, Oculus Quest 3 was announced. Good point, Tristan. There is no official support yet, but we'll see what the team thinks about that. I think that was just announced a few days ago, right? I did watch the Meta showcase. Oh, what? No! I was reading chat. The team has failed. No, Leo too strong. This is an alternate universe where Leo is too strong. GG. If you guys want, we can do a quick Area 5 check. Or you guys can clear Area 5, you know, up to you guys. But we'll do Area 5 and then test out Classic Score Attack. Yeah, the way I said Area 5 check, it's as if I am saying they are going to lose. But hey, prove me wrong. I'd be happy to see the first clear here live. Oh. I might be in the void here. Leo has ended all of our games. Game over. Lobby. Oh, I got kicked. Okay. Interesting. Alright, while I join that, we will look at me briefly. I'm in my Canadian closet. Just so that I can... Same lobby. Also, the camera apparently is looking upwards. All right, I am in the lobby. Let's do it. I have a skill issue. I wish I can get tier 10 roll. I believe in you. Have you cleared all the connected modes yet? Or connected areas? That's usually a big buff to your overall skill rating. And then even just like dabbling in some of the modes, really the quickest way to get your tier 10 is to play every mode available to you. For example, we have players that only play zone battle for years, and they still don't have tier 10, even though they're like very, very good players. So here is Hyper Maniac Mod Area 5. has not been cleared yet by anybody. Who will be the first? I think we need to assemble the Council of Tetris Gods. Let's get Akashi Robo, Kazu, and Yoshoda on the case. But Zone Battle is also a very different beast than Connected. We have some very strong Connected players, such as Sayonara, Black Tiger. Those that frequent our Discord. 3 players in this lobby. It's a very different skill set. Reviclia. Sorry if I miss anybody. You're like, save me, save me. Now Eat. Easton Chen. Best players out there. Actually, that would have been the smart thing to do, is pull up the list. I was going from memory. Alright, well, they had a strong first attack here to start off phase 1. There's a lot of luck involved when it comes to playing against Area 5, given it is a boss that includes all of the attacks of the previous bosses you face in the Connected mode. So far, they're having a pretty good phase 1 here. PC games, Summerfest 2023, and Xbox games, Summerfest 2023, big games. Yes, I'm looking forward to Summerfest, starting next Thursday, I believe, right? How and why did the team decide on WT asterisk Tris? Another question for the team before I got there. I was not a part of that. Although I assume it's because those players make them say WTF. Ooh, that was a... We have some pros here. As we can see, like, these are the same pros that beat Area 3 earlier without any hitches. Now we're going to see Phase 2, and Phase 2 is more of a very frequent yet weak attack, so starting off with speed is pretty good. But yeah, look at there's going to be so many attacks coming their way. But they are weaker in nature. So far, so good. Yeah, I think this is kind of fun to watch. Okay. And the bump ups are even small. Oh, that's a long invis. Okay. We can touch the sky. Well, they might be able to touch the sky by getting to the top of their boards and topping out. Very nice. Alright, we got a phase 2 zone. Oh damn, are they about to prove me wrong? I totally threw them under the bus saying they wouldn't be able to beat this, but I'm gonna get their hopes up and jinx it. See if they can get to phase 3. Company told you to give up. Dormy, is that you? What did Dormy say? Chen has some fighting words. My name's Austin. Who's Shen? Welcome in, Wiley. Wiley can't Twitch, yet you are on Twitch. You figured it out. Okay, players are getting pressured a little bit more this time around. More powerful sequence of blitzes. They're going to need to find a way to downstack here. Ooh, getting some Pentominos. Uh-oh. Knighting actually in the best position here. But the issue being, it's much harder to revive in Area 5 than it was on standard Maniac Mod. So Knighting would have to survive for quite a while here. Oh, that invert, brutal. Okay. Okay. See you, Knighting. See if Knighting can hard carry on phase 2 Hyper Maniac Area 5. Okay, no spin is probably not what they wanted here. Followed up by broken. Oh no, they are not getting good luck here. WTF Triss setup. Yeah, I guess if they keep getting bump ups. Oof. Okay, that was a good performance though. That second phase 2 attack from the boss was pretty brutal. GG. Okay, so we are gonna hop into some classic score attack now to end our stream. Okay. Set up a lobby here. There is me. Well, I set up the room code. Okay, so here's a look at our custom game settings that we will be tinkering with. We mentioned 7-bag earlier. I think that was a great idea. So, okay, so now you can set up the ability to attach score to T-spins and all clears in classic score attack. So we are going to set those to... We could set all clear to higher if we want to see players go for all clear. And all clear could be worth 5 Tetrises. What do we think? What do we think, chat? Maximize T-spin? Okay, Okay, we're gonna do all clear is worth 2 Tetrises. It seems a little less wacky. Alright, so we have Kirby and Super Shocky here. Let's set up for best 3. Oh, and 7-bag, sorry. I like the idea of 7-bag. Personally, I think that could be kind of fun. Or we could go more classic with T-spins. You know, we'll do both. We'll start with, I won't make it a best of 3, we'll just make it a... do first to 1, see how this goes. So we're going to do our first game default, and then we're going to turn on 7-bag. And I think Kirby and Shocky are in the chat and know what's up here. So good luck. Yes, Kirby, she is the founder of the Curbtris, because she was the first one to get a 21 clear. Zoomed in. '18 start sounds good here. Alright, and both are very... we had this matchup in our Trifecta tournament, actually. I believe Super Shocky matched against Kirby, and it came down to Classic, so... I think Super Shocky barely won that match. Kirby could have upsetted Super Shocky, and I think if Kirby won, that would have created a very different Trifecta finals experience. Yeah, those... Okay, first off, I want to see how if these players even try to fish for T-spins. I assume they're still going to want to set up a... Yeah, here we go. Shocky nails it. And a T-spin double is worth just as much as a Tetris currently. A T-spin single is worth half a Tetris. This is not 7-bag. We will set up 7-bag on our next match. We could do a 15 round, level 15, if you guys wanted to try to fish for T-spins. I guess that would probably allow you to get a little more creative. Oh, oh, Kirby missed the spin. Unfortunate. Chompy Flan, welcome in. Spider Disco says, I am bad at T-spins. I think every player says that, even the best players. But it's very satisfying to learn if you take the time to learn it. It adds a lot of dynamic to the play, right? In Classic, of course, it's not necessary, the mode we're watching, but we have a custom game setting on right now where T-spins reward extra points, which was added in the last patch. totally optional. But yes, I recommend trying to learn T-spins for modern Tetris in general. It'd be very satisfying once you figure out once you start to see the T-spin setups and create that extra score. Ooh, nice T-spin recovery from Kirby. Make up for that misdrop earlier. Super Shocky with a bit of a lead. Wait, Super Shocky. So yeah, I guess without 7-bag, we probably will see a lot of... they're still going to be doing 9-0 well, meaning that they have 9 blocks to the left of the board and that open well, aka the 0, on the far right. Because you can still prop up S and Z pieces with that 9-0 board in order to find T-spins. So we'll see when player gets into that situation. They can set up that prop S or Z. It still is really risky to go for it, isn't it? Especially on 18. If you misdrop going for a T-spin, it might put your board in a pretty dire state. Yes, the T-spin sizzle sound, I like that word for it, is included now on Classic Score Attack. Even if the bonus isn't enabled, you'll hear that noise. You want to get flashy. Super Shocky pretty high on their board, and okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if they'd get to the left. Either way, Kirby is still going to have to catch up. This T-spin will do it. GG. Oh, no drought display. Good point. Why is that not on? I thought I had that on. Oh, maybe the host needs to have it on. Or no, wait. I am the host. Maybe I disabled it for some reason. Testing or something like that. Okay, we are going to turn on 7-bag. So this will make it not pure random, meaning players can more easily set up 4 T-spins here. See how that plays out. If you guys want, you could do a 15 start even, if you want to get more T-spin heavy. Alright, Kirby opting for 15, so this could be fun to watch. So we do have 7-bag, meaning it's still one piece preview, so it's going to be hard to still set up 4 T-spins. I guess it'd be as difficult as setting up for T-spins in connected mode. Well, and certain wall kicks will not work, or it has to be like physically possible. Yeah, the default for T-spin and all clear is 0. So you can turn it up to 100%, and that would match the same power as a Tetris. Oh, good point on the Z-spin. Ooh, Kirby setting up, oh, they missed their spin. That's part of the difficulty too in classic T-spins is you still have to hit the timing. It's probably like 5 or so frames, I would guess, in level 15. Someone can correct me. Alright, hits that Tetris. See if Shocky can make a comeback effort here. Yeah, I was curious if Kirby would opt for a T-spin at any point board currently, but it looks like they want to keep it fairly clean. Nice spin. Oh, there they go, they hit that T-spin. Now, Shocky with a pretty good board. They could set up the, oh. I thought they might go for the fractal there, which is like kind of a layered T-spin back-to-back vertically. But I think they're trying to opt for their 7-2 stack. Try to be more S2 stacking friendly, and Kirby with an early top out. We can run this back if Shocky wins here. I'd love to see the all clear. We see more all clears actually from high level players on like the later levels. By that I mean like players that can roll on their controllers 29 and later. Just because they stay at the bottom of their board the whole time. Although, depending on how CTWC plays out this year, there could be a rule where the game ends sooner, but let's see what happens. Alright, all eyes are on Super Shock, due to the Nintendo Switch 10 character limit. Yeah, Super Shocky winning TECWC playing on their Nintendo Switch. Alright. Super Shocky will take that, and I think we have time for one more here to close out the stream. Tiebreaker, I suppose. Aiken from YouTube saying, I don't even know why I'm jealous. Block stack. Ooh, level 19. Oh, Kirby with a low T-spin. I like it. Actually, going for low T-spins on 19 is kind of a cool idea. Although hitting the T-spin's harder, but Kirby having no issue. Ooh! That efficiency is insane. But their board is in a pretty bad state now. You could literally, like, with T-spins enabled, you could probably make use of the timer mechanic in Classic a little more than usual if you actually go for T-spins and your opponent does not. Oh, here we go. Combos. Yeah, no combos for Classic currently. Oh, okay. Kirby could still win this. God. Uh-oh. Some good pieces. Opts to put the J piece there. Fortunately, it gets that follow-up burn. Oh, that placement. Oh, they hit the T-spin, though. No, Kirby wins. With 9 lines and 80,000 points. No Tetrises. That's funny. Pure T-spin power. GG's. Thought T-spin 0 would net points. No. Oh, we could, if you want, we can enable T-spin 0 to give you 1 point in the future. It'd be like push down points. I appreciate all the answers so far, but curious about my previous... What was your previous question? Sorry. If you can enable combos? No, it's okay. Your questions are in the right place. Okay, I think we will call it there, though. Thank you, everyone, for joining us for this community showcase. That was a lot of fun. Call me Star, welcome in. We are ending, though. You could probably share the love somewhere with the raid, though. Which channel? Why doesn't the console logo show up on PC? Oh. I think that could also be due to cross-platform limitations. By that, not even just technical, but for example, PlayStation may not want Xbox logo showing on the PlayStation console. If that makes sense. And vice versa. PC, why can't it be shown? It might be for similar reasons. Or it's just keep it all on the same... I don't have the direct answer for that, but it might be for licensing reasons. Okay. Who do we got? Who do we got playing Tetris Effect Connected right now? Yo, good rate of humanity. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that, because we will be having a humanity community event here momentarily. I saw we had some humanity viewers earlier from our morning walk. We can show some love for a game that reflects a unique blend of puzzle solving and action platforming. Play a lone Shiba Inu charged with commanding massive, marching crowds to the goal in story mode, or browse a wide array of user-made levels crafted via the in-game creator. Run that by me again. Definitely, that was definitely from memory, just from pure love for humanity. Let's see. Who's catching my... You know what, we're just gonna call it here. Thank you everyone for joining, and yeah, I will post the Discord and chat in case anyone isn't in the Discord. I saw we have mostly community members here right now. But Chompy just went live. Okay, we can give Chompy some love. Yeah, I want to be careful not to raid. Yes. Chompy Flynn. I believe they will be playing Tetris Effect Connected. Hopefully. They are from Chile. And yes, they are on TC. They're playing some Master Mode, so say hi to Chompy Flynn. Thank you everyone for joining. Hopefully you enjoyed some Hyper Mod, and I can't talk any further. I need to eat some dinner. And Classic Score Attack. See you later.